There it is.
Dave Perez, our longtime groundskeeper here, has been really instrumental in refurbishing both Zizi Va and Chartres Bleu, which, as we heard from Paul, have an unexpected connection between them. So those are both site-specific installations that we have refurbished as part of our commitment to making the permanent collection more accessible to the public.
But first, I'd like to thank Kyla and, well, I'd like to thank Rosa, Renee, a long time ago for trying this. And then pulling off this event, Twyla and Hugo spent hours and hours, and someone who's not there, Jose, but you'll tell him about it. Because this isn't an easy thing to arrange on a day of 90 degrees and coming from all over Northern California, etc. But let me just begin by saying in about 1982, I received a National Endowment grant and was given time to take half a year off of teaching. And I was looking at student work was starting to, video work was starting to have 50, 60 edits a minute. And I thought, this is crazy. It's just like Super Bowl Sunday. Can't we make something that's slow and timely that might take a little longer? This particular piece is a 12-minute duration, Chartres Bleu. That is, the sun comes up, and at noon it's 6 minutes, it gets very bright, and then it diminishes to dusk in 6 minutes. But what happened is I was looking, I wanted to do something, television is a window to the world. So when I started thinking about what that means, I thought, window, what are some of the oldest windows in the world? Are the stained glass windows of Europe. So I planned a trip, and I went to Europe looking, and what was important, since I was going to be using old-fashioned TVs, right? They're 3 to 4 proportion, not 16:9, they're 3 to 4. And so I had to find a window whose panes were 3 to 4. I went to Notre Dame, to Saint-Chapelle, and finally ended up at Chartres. And at Chartres, I found the perfect window. And luckily, I was able to talk to the Play for 8 Days Art and Métier, who gave me permission to go into the cathedral and build a scaffold. Échafaudage, a word I learned, because the scaffold people are only work on historical buildings. And so I arranged the scaffold on a Friday. On a Monday when I got back, they put it in front of a different window. And I thought, oh, he's an American. He doesn't even know the best window in the cathedral. So they had the scaffold in front of 6 meters high, and I said, I'm only in France for another couple days. Could you please move the scaffold? And they said, 2 weeks maybe. Come back in 2 weeks. But at lunchtime, I noticed they were playing pétanque. So I went up to them and said, if I play you and beat you, will you move the scaffold after lunch? And if I lose, I'll pay you a dollar to a franc, which was 10 francs at that time, 1982, to a dollar. So they, of course, said, yes, we will play. We played a game. I lost, but they were so impressed that an American could play their game. They moved the scaffold right after lunch.